Today we're going to build this Star Wars Lego set, which is the logo of Star Wars. So let's get building. Let's start with bag number 1. Get all the pieces out here. Take that away. Move these off to the right there. Spread them out a little bit. Okay, and let's get the manual. Okay, let's line that up. Should be able to see that okay. All right. Okay, let's start. Let's get building with this. So first off, we're going to have a 1x2 yellow brick and a 2x4 yellow plate. And we're just going to add that in. Then we need a couple of 1x4 bricks. Add that to the existing plate. Step number 3, we need another 2x4 plate. It's going to finish off the bottom there. Then we need a couple of these modified bricks. It's kind of orangey brown color, just 1x2 modified bricks. Okay, and they're going to go at the front. That last plate we added. Now we need a 2x4 black plate. It's going to go underneath those 2 bricks. And we need a long, what is that, a 2x10 black brick. It's going to go on the front. Step 7, we need a couple of 2x4 yellow plates and a 1x4 yellow plate, and then a modified plate, little 1x2 black plate with curved edges. Oh, we've also got to turn it upside down. Okay, so it looks like the 2x4 goes next to the black one, then the 1x4 after that, then the black plate, and then the last 2x4. Okay, keep it upside down, and then we've got to grab the other 2x10 black brick and another 2x4 black plate. So it looks like put the plate at the bottom and then the black brick underneath that. That's looking good. Now we need a couple of 2x4 plates in yellow and a yellow 1x4 plate, and now we need 3 of these little 1x2 black modified plates. There's the other one there. Okay, so we're still upside down. Got the black plate, and it looks like we've got one of these black modified plates, then the 2x4, then 2 of the black plates, and a 1x4 yellow plate, and then the last 2x4 with a little bit of an overhang there. So if we switch it over, we can see that that's looking right because that's got an extra brick on it. Now we need a 2x2 black brick and a 2x4 black plate. Looks like the brick goes onto that yellow one and then this one underneath. Okay, that's looking good. Next step. Okay, we've got a couple of bricks here, modified bricks, 1x4 black bricks, but you can see they've got the slide. If we grab a tile, you can see a tile slide. It can slide through there. That gets used for that kind of thing. And it looks like, based on the picture, that they are facing outwards with that empty groove in the middle there. We can see that. Okay, now we've got a big plate here. Is a 4x8. It's going onto the front. Well, it's looking pretty weak here, just in the middle. You can see it's only on by a couple of bricks, so no doubt that will be reinforced later. Got a 1x2 yellow plate and 2 of these 1x8s. There's the other one, there it is. And then a brown modified brick, 1x2, the kind of the curved edges there. So it looks like that brown brick goes straight onto the plate, and then we're going around the edges with the plates, the yellow plates there, building a little bit of a border around the larger plate. Step 14, we've got a 2x4 brick and 2 of the 1x6 bricks. And then it looks like an orange 2x2 plate. The colours often in the manuals are a little bit hard to pick, but right, the orange one is going on the end to lock those in, and then looks like these are carrying on that border around this piece. Okay, that's step 14. Got 15. We need a couple of 1x2 yellow plates first up, a 1x4 yellow plate, and a 4x4 modified plate with the hole in the middle. So it looks like that piece is there, leaving, if I put it in the same direction, leaving the little bit of the orange peeking out. And then these are carrying on. Oh, it just came off there again. There's two spots at the moment, here and here, the end of those long bricks that are a bit weak. So we're putting this around the edge. And then it looks like we're finishing it off with some tiles. So where are the tiles? We've got 3 2x4 tiles and a 1x4. There we go. And you can see the tiles compared to, like, if I get a plate here, it's easy to spot. Even if the tile is upside down, you can see that it doesn't have the extra holes in between, and obviously it's lower down, but the main thing is it doesn't have the holes like these ones have the holes, which is underneath the bottom of the stud, so you can tell them that that's a tile once you get used to looking for it. Okay, so that goes on the end, and then these are just covering up those pieces. Okay, that's that piece. Now we've got another modified brick here. Where is it? It is here. So, and again, these ones can be a little bit hard to find sometimes. Like if they're both like this, they look almost identical from the bottom, from that side, and it's only through looking for a brick that is like on an angle like that, because obviously these ones will never sit up like that by themselves, they'll fall flat. So often that's how you can see one of those if it's facing away from you. If it's facing towards you, it's easier to spot because it's going to be like that, or you can see that with the hole. But when it's like that, what you're looking for is maybe the slight angle like that. Anyway, we need one of those. That's going to go on the end here, and then we need a 1x2. We need 2 of those and 2 of the 1x1 bricks, and they're going to go on this first set of plates here. You can see we're locking together the 2 that are separate. A little bit of reinforcement for that one. So that's now locked that piece up quite nicely, and there'll no doubt be more reinforcement on the top locking this sort of split here together as well, and we'll be doing the same thing down here at some point. Okay, now we've got 1x4 brick and a 2x4 brick in yellow, and then in black we've got 2 of these curved 1x2 modified bricks, and then 2 window panes, but they're opaque black window panes, so you can't see through them. Now those go at the front, facing the same way, and then these 2 go this way, locking in those pieces. Okay, and then here we go. So we're going to lock it in, and you can see, like, with this one, if we did it here, we'd still just be continuing this join. So what we want to do is overlap it always, and that just locks things in so that they're much stronger. You can see the weak joint down here because it's only on by 2 bricks, but this bit now has a nice pattern of join in a zigzag pattern, which means it's reinforced really well. And a 2x4 brick and a 1x4 brick, both yellow, and then a new piece here, 2x2 cylinder brick with these kind of grooved edges, you can see, so it can get used like a cog. So we've got the yellow block here, and we've got this going on top of the black ones, and then these ones are locking in again, another zigzag here, so reinforcing it even further, just making it stronger every time you do that. And we've got a couple of these angle brackets here, and it looks like they're going to go here, but we can see one is facing one way and one is facing the other. So we've got the studs out here, so this way is going to be, the studs are facing that way, away from me, and then this one, the studs are facing towards me, which we can see why in this next step. We've got 2 2x2 black plates. One of them is going on this side and the other is going on the other side. So that's quite a nice way to build 2 a two-sided piece here with just two simple angle brackets together. It's a good technique, that one, to remember. Then we've got two of the modified curved kind of bricks and one of the cylinder 2x2 bricks. I'm going to put those on top, and that's going to come in just alongside those brackets we just added. Okay, now we've got a sub build here. So we've got a 2x4 brick, 2x4 plate, two of the 1x2 plates. These are all yellow, and then got a modified 1x1 brick with the stud on the outside, plus also this little lip at the bottom. If I turn it sideways, you can see that. So we need two of those, and then two of the cheese wedges, as they get called. So little 1x1 wedges, or cheese wedges, especially the yellow, see, because it looks like a piece of cheese. And we're going to put that on the plate underneath the brick and turn it upside down. We're going to put the two 1x2 plates at the bottom. Now we're putting the modified bricks in there at the bottom, and we want to get the wedge around the right way, so it looks like it's that way around. Just lining up there. It's just, oops, pinged off. So it's a good thing when you have a sub build like this, it's always good just to finish it off and just line it up. Make sure that you have done it, you've got everything around the right way. That's looking pretty good, especially when you have to turn it upside down and reverse it so it's going around that way. We just want to make sure we don't have to come back and fix something later, so we can see those are at the back. Yep, that's looking right. And it does happen sometimes. You make a mistake because you're not really concentrating. You have to go back and find out where you went wrong. So next one, 1x4 brick, two of these 1x1 plates, and then a 1x4 plate. Add the big plate to the brick, and then the small ones to the bottom of that plate. And then that is a little arch, effectively just going over the top next to that one, with a flat top there because of the extra plate. Next, we've got to build another one of these. So it looks like we're kind of making an arch here, probably for, I'm guessing if that's STAR, so probably the A, bottom of the A, I think we're working on at the moment. Okay, we need 2x4 yellow brick, 2x4 yellow plate. We need two of the cheese wedges again, two of the modified bricks, 1x1s, and two of the 1x2 plates. So let's see, are we building exactly the same thing, or is it mirrored? Looks pretty much exactly the same. And these bricks at the bottom, and the wedges around that way. Fit them in, and then checking the picture again, just making sure it's looking right. Yep, for the sub build, and then it's going to go around this way. So yeah, making this kind of arch here, which I'm pretty sure is the bottom of the A, the letter. Okay, next up we've got a couple of 1x2 yellow bricks, a couple of 1x1 yellow bricks, and then the last, no, second to last cylinder piece. Okay, we've got the cylinder going straight after that brick we just added. And then, okay, here now we're locking in this piece. We can see, did that actually lock in? Yeah, that locked in that piece of the brick too. Oops, lost a piece. So that was the top of that going in, was locking in the second brick. So now it's a lot stronger. And then these pieces are going to do that same zigzag pattern here to help lock it in once we add more to it across the top. Okay, now we've got some slopes. We've got 4 slopes. And these are, yeah, making the outsides of the letter A by the looks of it. There we go, you can see that's coming along, starting to take shape. The letter A. Okay, now we need the last cylinder. We need a pink 2x2 brick and a 2x4 plate, and then the other 4x4 plate, modified plate with a hole in the middle. So that's going to cover up this end piece. lock it in tight. Now we've got two black cylinders here, so that one goes in next to it. We've got the pink locator brick, and then we've got the yellow 2x4 plate. Okay, that's looking correct. Step 30 we're up to now. Okay, we need some angle brackets and two of these plates, 1x1 circular, and two of these 1x2 modified plates, and then these corner tiles. So the first one here is on the bottom left, and then the top, then the tile goes that way. Is that looking right? Yep. That's the first one. And the second one is down the bottom right, so that's the reverse top, and then that is going that way round. Okay, so the bottom one is on this way round. We've got pink locator brick, so it's this way round, and it's going just to be beside the pink brick, and then this one is on the other side. So is that facing the right way? Yeah. Okay, 1x2 brick and two of these 1x1 plates. Got a couple of slopes here, 1x2 slopes. Is the other one hiding? There it is. And then we've got these modified bricks with the kind of claw-like piece here. So we've got sub-build for this. We've got a claw. Oh, we only need one of those for now, and one of the slopes actually. We've got the two plates beside it, and then the slope. Okay, that's one piece. Now this is going an interesting way. So we're turning upside down. This is in the right direction. Turning this upside down and back to front this way. Okay, and so it's going in and clipping onto that piece there, brown. There we go. Nice. So that's a curve there. So it's looking good. Right, so and then we've got to do the other side. So what was that? Slope, brick, that 1x2 brick, and then two of these 1x1 plates. And it was putting the claw that way around. Two plates. And the slope. Turning it upside down and that way around, and then it's going to clip into place there. Nice. Okay, next up we've got a 1x2 plate, yellow, two of the 1x4 plates, and this blue 2x3 tile. Okay, the blue part is following on from this black, and then these are going around the edge. Build up that border. And then we've got two of the 2x4 tiles to finish off this end piece here. Bring it all to be the same height, so it's flush. And got these extra pieces. Did I miss anything out? Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Okay. All right, on to bag two. Spread them out a bit. Okay, first up, a couple of 1x4 plates, an orange 2x2 plate, and then four of these 1x2 tiles, all yellow. Okay, so let's put these on. So it looks like they're going to be in the middle. So it's a plate at the end, plate here, orange right in the middle, and then tiles along the sides. Sides there, and then this one as well. Looking right, yeah, that's good. Next up, 2x4 black plate, one of these brown 1x2 bricks, and a 1x2 pink kind of locator piece. It's a plate. Okay, the plate's going to go just to the left of the orange. Looks like the 2x4 plate goes over the top, the orange, and then brown there. Now we've got a couple of new bricks, 2x1 yellow bricks and a 2x3 grey brick, dark grey or dark bluish grey it's called, and then a couple of modified curved 1x2 bricks. So we've got the blue here, we've got the pink, so it looks like it is brown, and then the 2 black, and then the grey, and then these yellow ones just on the outside. Still continuing that zigzag pattern. Lock that in. Next up, a couple of 1x1 yellow plates. And here's another new piece. It is modified brick. Where are they? There's one, and there's the other one. So these ones, we put the plate at the bottom. Both of those 2 times. And then they're going to pop into this slot here. That's 2 done. Now we've got a couple of those 1x4 bricks again, the modified brick with the sliding part. You can see they even fit together, slide. And a 2x4 yellow brick. And one of the brown 1x2 modified curved bricks. Looks like the 2x4 goes up here. The brown one. And then these 2, again, making sure that the groove is facing outwards. Yep. Next, a couple of 1x2 yellow bricks and one of the curved black ones, 1x2 bricks, goes on top of that 2x4. It's looking right. Now we've got a 2x2 yellow plate, 2x2 orange plate, 2x4 black, 2 of the modified curved 1x2 black plates, and then another new piece here, a tile, kind of like a pyramid sort of a shape to it. Just need one of those. So we grab the 2x4 black plate, put the orange on top, put the yellow on top of the orange, got that tile piece in the middle, and then these 2 pieces just go at the end, one on top of each other. Okay, just check that sub build. Get the right way around, that's looking right. That's going up top here. Next, same thing we did before. Got a couple of 1x1 plates and then the modified bricks. It's hard to find the other 2. Oh, here they are, down here. There we go. Now this time it's going on the top, not on the bottom. But then they're going in the same place with the bricks facing in the same direction. I'm thinking we'll probably be putting something against those at some point. Now we're locking it together. We need a 2x4 brick and a 1x4 brick and one of the black 2x2 cylinder bricks. So these are going on top. Zigzag pattern there, so we've got a nice locking in of those pieces, and then the cylinder just goes in front there. Okay, next page, we've got 4 1x2 tiles, yellow. 2, 3, 4. And they're just going around the top up there. Continuing the locking of the joins. Every layer pretty much. And then we've got 2 1x8 tiles. And, yes, so these ones are going to go on the front here. And it should fit in very perfectly. Yes, we can see it does. It lines up exactly here because we've had those extra plates inserted. It lines up perfectly, and then one on the other side. I can get in the angle there. There we go. I'm guessing that's part of the, I think it's back to front at the moment. I think that, is that going to be the S, the T, the A, the R? Yeah, maybe. Or is it that way around? No, I think it's the other way. Anyway, we'll find out soon. Okay, next page. We've got one of those funny tile pieces. Let's reorient. blue down the end, pink, yep, that's the right way around. 2x2 black brick and one of the 1x2 brown curved bricks. I'm going to add the tile to the black brick. I'll put that on top there, and then the brown at the front. There we go. Now we've got a couple of 1x2 yellow tiles, a 2x2 circular plate, and then an angle bracket. So this way round, sub build, and the 2 tiles on top of the plate. That is going that way round. Oh, it slides in nicely there, just to fill in that part of that letter. And okay, we've got quite a big sub build now. Let's put this up the top, out the way. We'll do the sub build. First we need a 2x4 brick and one of these locator 1x2 pink plates, magenta, and that's going to go on the bottom. Then we need a couple of 1x4 yellow plates and 2 of these black, sorry, not 2, just 1x2 modified curved edge plates. We're going to turn it upside down, put the yellow plates along the bottom, and then the black one in between the 2. Turn it over again. Now we need a couple of 1x2 bricks in yellow and 1x1. Where's the other 1x1 plate? There it is. So those go underneath. And then a clip on at the back with the little plate down the bottom. See that there. Next step, step 51 we're up to. So we've got a couple of 1x2 yellow bricks, a couple of 1x2 yellow tiles, and a couple of these angle brackets, these 2x1s. So we're going to do this twice, little sub build, brick on the back, tile on the front, brick on the back, tile on the front, and then these are going to go at the front. We can see our little pink locator piece there at the front, telling us which way round this is. Next we've got another locator orange piece and then a brown angle bracket, 2x1, sorry. That's going to go on the front, and that fits into the back part there. Oh, I got popped off. Okay, we're still looking right. Yep, that's still looking good. Then we need a black modified brick, 1x2, goes in the middle next to the brown piece. Now we need a couple of the 1x1 bricks in yellow and 2 of these bridge pieces, kind of little archways. So the arch is carrying on those gaps. Let's come into pieces. And then just leave it on the desk. There we go. Putting those at the back. Okay, now we need a couple of 2x2 plates. Looks like they go on top of each other. And just fit in at the back. And that slot there, that's made that flush. Next, okay, we've got a sub build. So we need 4 of these angle brackets. Yellow and a couple of 1x4 plates. So it looks like we're adding these to one of the plates in a row. And this plate goes on top. Okay, and now this goes, we can see the orange locator, and that is going that way around. So it's going to go in there. It's looking correct. Now another sub build. We have got a 1x4 brick, 2x4 plate, and 4 of these slope pieces. Add the brick to the plate, and then the slopes fit in nicely. And now this is going, it's going behind those pieces that we did there. Yep, it's looking right. Step 58, 2x4 brick, a couple of 1x4 plates, 2x4 plate, and the 4 slopes, and the 2 tiles. So everything except one last piece. Add a plate to the bottom of the brick, 2x4 plate to the bottom of the brick, 1x4 to the top, and then the slopes come in. And the tiles go on top of the plate. Okay, and now this is on the back. It's looking right. Okay, and now we grab our main piece, and this is actually turning to the side. We can see the orange locator piece up the top. The studs on the bottom are going to line up with these pieces that we put in upside down. So that's going to slot in nicely there. Cool, and we've got one last piece left over, which is to tie this up, because obviously that's moving apart. So we can see that clips in, and there we go. Okay, so that's the letter R there. So that's the A, and that's the R. We can see it coming together. So this is actually the S here. That'll be the base of the S, T-A-R. So it is that way round. Cool, so we can see a bit of progress. All right, we're on to bag 3. Get those pieces out. Right, let's go. First step of bag 3. Okay, we've still got this going around the same way. Now we need a 2x4 brick in black and a 1x2 modified rounded brick and also in black. Now we've got the pink locator here. It looks like this brick goes and fits in there, and then the modified brick in front of it. And we've got a couple of those modified bricks with the groove in the middle, 1x4 black, and they're probably facing outwards again. It looks like they are just after the brick we just put in. We also need a 2x4 yellow brick and a couple of 1x1 yellow bricks. So it looks like the 2x4 goes here, and then these slot in beside it. There we go. Next up, we need a couple of 2x2 black plates and 4 of these modified 1x1 bricks. There's the last one, there it is. So we can see these are the ones with the little lip down the bottom and the stud on the top and the side. So it looks like we add the 2 plates to each other, and they are going onto those opaque black window frames, and then these ones are facing outwards just beside them. Okay, just double check. Yep, that's looking good. All right, now we need a red modified brick, a 1x2 with the studs on the side, and then a pink 1x2 plate. So these look like locator pieces again. Add the plate to the brick, and it goes at the front there, helping us to know which way the model is round and where the pieces go. Now we need a 2x2 black plate, 1x2 black modified plate with the corners, and then 2 of those 2x1 bricks with the studs on the side. You can find there's one, there's the other one. Okay, now it looks like the 2x2 goes on top of the red. That goes into that gap, and then these 2 go beside it with the studs on the side pointing backwards towards the end of the word. Next up, 1x4 plate in yellow, 2 of the 1x2 plates in yellow, 2 of the 1x1s, which there's 1 and 2. 1x6 black plate, and 2 of these pieces, which modified plates, 2x4 modified plates, where they've got the studs. They don't have the usual 8 studs, they've got just these 2 studs, as if it were kind of two of these kind of 2x4 with the middle stud there, and it's actually 2 of them joined together. and then a 1x2 modified black plate as well. Okay, so where are these going? We've got yellow plate across the top here. I like to start at the edge and then work my way inwards. And then we've got this black plate. Then we've got this one, and the next one straight after. Then this 2x6. That finishes off that line. We've got these pieces. Looks like we're continuing to do the zigzag, locking in this little piece here for what is the T. Got a nice zigzag pattern there now, making it super strong. Okay, next page, we've got a couple of those funny kind of tiles, 1x2 black tiles with the shaped edge, angle edge. Looks like they're going on the side. These pieces here, covering those holes on the reverse. And now we've got a bit of a sub build here. 4 of the 1x1 bricks. 2 of the slopes, 45-degree 1x2 brick slopes. There's one. And where's the other one? There it is. And then we've got a couple of slopes, 1x2 yellow. And you can see the difference here between there's the standard slope and here's the curved. And this one we want the curved ones. So where's the other curved one? I am not seeing it, so it's probably upside down. Yeah, here it is. So it's often harder to see them. Again, you can tell from the bottom being quite different to the normal slope, and quite different again to the normal plate or the tile as well, which has nothing at the bottom. So found that, and then a couple of the angle bracket pieces, and then the bigger slopes, 2 of these guys. Okay, so the sub build, we want to get the bracket. We're doing this twice. Then the small slope coming off the back of it. Then that angled slope, like that. One of the other bricks down the bottom, and then the big slope that way around, like that. Okay, and we'll do that twice. Angle bracket, brick, small slope, 45-degree slope, brick, and larger slope. Okay, we've got 2 of those guys. Now where are they going? Is that part of the S? I think it is. So it looks like it's here, and it's got the angle of the curve at the bottom, and it needs to line up. So that's that way, that's the front, and the back is, oh, other way around, the top is there. Okay, it's all lining up. Okay. Next, step 69. 1x2 plates. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And 4 of the angle brackets. 2x1s. In yellow, and then this time we're using the standard flat cheese wedge sort of shape. We've got 1 more, 4 of those. Okay, we've got to do this 4 times. So we've got angle bracket, plate, cheese wedge facing downwards. Angle bracket, plate, cheese wedge. Angle bracket, plate, cheese wedge, and angle bracket, plate, cheese wedge. Now, where are they going? Is this part of the A? Yeah, it looks like it. So, it looks like they're going this way around, forming the middle hole of the A. Yep. And then we'll go to the other side, that way around. Great. Okay, that's coming together. Next piece, 2 2x4 plates, yellow. 1 2x4 yellow brick. 1 1x4 yellow brick, and 2 of the 1x4 yellow plates. Plate onto the 2x4 plate, other 2x4. I was making a double double 3x4 plate. And then the brick, again, you can see using that same zigzag pattern as usual. And that goes onto the top of the A with the 2x4 that way around. That's good. Okay, some black pieces, couple of modified 1x2 bricks, and 2 of the 2x2 bricks. That's the last black pieces. Brick goes onto one, and then the other plate on top. And this is just going in front of the piece we just added. Now we've got some slopes, 4 of them. How many pieces high? This is 3, I think. Yeah, 3x2. Okay, this is forming the outside of the A, carrying that on. Same angle with those slopes. Step 73, we're doing some tiles. So we've got a 1x4 and 2 2x4s. Looks like that's the top of the A. The middle one. There we go. And now a 1x4 yellow brick and 3 of these 1x1 transparent red plates. So the brick is going in front of there, and we're putting 1 of the red ones at the back and 2 at the front near the S, top of each other. There we go. Now we've got this little kind of flesh colored piece. I think it's called, is that nougat? No, I don't think that's nougat. It's, I can't remember the name of that one, that color. But that is going in behind here. We also need a 1x2 brick. So the brick piece is going on that black plate, and then this brick here. Okay, now we've got some grey pieces. 1 1x1 plate, 1 1x1 cheese wedge. I've got a 1x1 jumper plate. Where is the jumper plate? Oh, I was looking at yellow instead of grey. So this is called a jumper plate. So it's a 1x2, but it's got the stud in the middle. Then we have one of these modified plates. Just 1, and then 2 normal 1x2 cheese wedges, and 1 grey. Okay, so we need a cheese wedge and a plate. Then we have this going this way round, and then the other cheese wedge going on the side. So this gives us the ability to move that, wiggle it a little bit, but probably won't be using that. Then we're going to put the jumper plate on top and the wedge, the small wedge there. Now this is going to go in on top of there. Okay, so a little bit of a gap there to there. For some reason, we'll find out later. And now the white pieces. So we've got one of these little, it's the same as 2 plates. So it's not a full brick size, it's like a half brick, well, it's 2/3 of a brick. And then we have these, one of these pieces. So let's look around. It's got to go that way round, and then this goes on the end of it like that. Now that is going on top of the 2 that are red. Like that. Is that looking right? I think so. Okay, now we need a couple of these. What are they? 1x10 yellow bricks. They're going to go on the outside of that, lining up with them. Covering that in from the sides. Next, 4 of the 1x4 tiles, yellow, and 3 of the 1x2 plates. So we're just going around that same edge we just built. Plate at the end, tiles, plates, and 2 tiles again. Okay, next up some slopes here. So we've got one of these 2x4 slopes, 45-degree angle. Then we've got a couple of 2x2 slopes. There's one and the other is over here. 4 angle bracket pieces. One 1x4 brick and 2 1x4 plates. Okay, so we get the brick, putting the angle brackets underneath it. Okay, and then the slopes over the top. Then the large one piece 2x4 there. Turn it around, and we put in the plates, one at the bottom and then one on top of that one. That's correct. Okay, this looks like it's part of the S again. So now upside down, we want it that way around. There, yeah, it's the back part of the S. Okay, and a couple more steps to go. 2x4 yellow, 1x4 yellow plate, and 1x4 tile. Plate on plate, tile on plate. It's going on to the S. Lock that piece in. And now we've got 4 of these slopes. Carrying on the S by the looks of things. Yep, these just going straight onto the model, not the main piece. And now we've got a couple of 1x10s plates, 5 2x4 tiles. These are probably spare pieces. Okay, looks like we're making the roof here. So we're just attaching these across the top. Roof of the S. Okay, and that goes on there. So they've added in the tiles and the plates. If it was all plates, then the grip would be really hard to get this whole piece off. So we've only got 6 studs, which means that we can push it down and still lift it off. So that is the word star done. The first part there, that's looking good. So that's the first 3 bags, the word star. Okay, we'll move on to the next manual. So that's the star done, so we'll leave that just up the top there. And we're on to the second book. And bag number 4. Not sure if we're going to have enough room. Let's put that up that way. Bag number 4. Okay, first up we need plate, black plate, 2x10 and a 2x4 brick. Just going to go at the end. Then we need one of these 1x2 modified bricks with the curved edges. I think that's the nougat color actually. And then a 2x2 black brick and a 1x2 brown modified brick. Next up is a 2x4 brick, a 1x4 brick, both in yellow, and then a 2x2 black brick. We've got the 1x4, 2x4, and then the black. There's a little bit of an overhang there. 2x4 yellow plate going into that, and then a 2x10 long brick in black. And next up we've got a couple of 1x2 plates, and yellow, and a couple of 1x1 plates as well. We're going to turn it upside down. Going to start to, it's not going to use the zigzag there. Going to follow the same pieces. It's unusual. Don't know why they wouldn't make that a zigzag pattern instead, but there you go. 2x4, 2 of those, and a black 2x4 as well, plates, and then 2 of the 1x2 black modified plates with the curved edges. So we've got plate here, then a black plate, then black small, another yellow, another black, and then another yellow. Okay, next bit, 2 1x4 yellow bricks, a 2x4 black plate, 2 1x6 yellow plates, and 1 4x4 modified plate with the hole in the middle, and one of these 1x2 bricks as well. So the brick goes on the back of the modified plate. Oh, we've got a sub build. 2 bricks, turn it over, black plate in the middle, and these 2 overhanging at the end where the brown brick isn't, so the other way. Turning it over again, and then these are coming up underneath here. So we can see that looks right according to the picture. Next, got a couple of 1x2 plates. Where have they gone? There they are. And a 2x8 red plate. 2x8 red goes around here. It looks like we've got 1 set of studs, and that's there, so that looks right. And then we've got these to fill in this gap here. And we can see this weak point again until we reinforce it. A couple of 2x4 plates, a 1x4 plate, couple of 1x1 plates, and a red modified brick, 1x2 brick there with the studs on the front. So that looks like it's going straight onto the brown one. Got these guys next to the red brick. And then a plate across here, 2x4, 2x4, and 1x4. Locking that in. Next, we've got a 2x3 brown, or this is the dark tan plate, and we've got one of the 1x2 pink or magenta there. Got a couple of 1x3 tiles and a couple of 2x2 corner tiles, all in yellow, and then 1x1 plates, 2 of those. Okay, so we've got the pink one, we'll start off there, it looks like it's at the front, and then we've got the corner tiles surrounding that. And we've got tiles at the edges, tan plate in the middle, and then these 2 making this piece flush around the edge. There we go. Next, a couple of 1x1 plates again, 1 single slope. One with the claw, 1x1 brick, and a 1x2 brick as well. Okay, I've got a sub build, 1x2 brick, claw piece, 2 plates, and then the slope on top. Okay, we had the similar thing in the first one where it goes upside down. There we go. That's probably part of the S at the end, I would guess. The word wars. And then we've got to do the same for the other side. So what was it? It was 2 of these plates. Slope. It's there. Claw piece, which is, cannot see it. There it is. And 1x2 brick over there. And we've got the claw that way. 2 plate pieces. And the slope. And this goes on the other side, upside down. Okay. Next, we've got a 1x1. We need 2 of these 1x1 circular plate. And then 2 of the bracket pieces in black, 2 of the 1x2 modified plates, and then the 2 corner tiles. So for this first one, it's the bottom left, and then the plate at the top, and then the wedge, or the corner tile goes that way round. That is on that side, right next to the piece we just did. And then that's on the bottom right, top corner, and that one is going there, just for that curve. It's looking good. Next up, a couple of the modified bricks with the groove in it, facing outwards after the red piece, and we've got this piece here, which is an unusual piece, rarer, so it's 2 plates high. That's a 2x2 modified plate. It's going to go on the red one. Don't see that one very often. 2x4 yellow brick, 2x4 yellow plate, couple of the 1x1 cheese wedges, couple of the 1x1 modified bricks, and 2 of the 1x2 plates in yellow. Brick on top of the plate, more plates at either end. I remember making these ones in the previous one. I've got to get the wedges around the right way. This is for the letter. Remember, we did them for the A in the words in the star here down the bottom. That's these pieces for the letter A in the word wars, I imagine. Okay, so looking at it here, it is going after these pieces that we put on. Oops. There we go. And now we've got 1x4 brick, 1x4 plate, and 2 of the 1x1 plates, brick on plate. Those go at the bottom. That just goes next to the previous one, making the A of the arch. Now we're going to make the other side. 2x4 brick, 2x4 plate, 2 cheese wedges, two 1x1 modified bricks, and 2 1x2 plates. Brick on the plate, plates on the bottom, bricks at the bottom, wedges in on the side stud. Same for that one. And that's going to go next to it there, forming the bottom part of the A. Next up, 2 1x4 plates, 2 1x3 tiles, and the other brown or dark tan 2x3 plate. Okay, that goes in the middle. Tiles around the sides, locking those pieces in, and the plates around the edges. Okay, next is 2x4 plates, 2x2 cylinder brick, 1x2 brown modified brick, and one of the pink locator pieces. So it looks like the pink bit goes front there with the black plate behind it, brown brick, and the black cylinder brick. Okay, we've got 4 of these 2x2 corner bricks, 2x4 plate in yellow, 2 of these 1x2 modified bricks, 3 2x2 bricks in black and a 2x4 plate in black. Grab a plate, put these 2 bricks onto it, put the corner bricks with the corners going outwards. It's looking right, yeah. These 2 2x2 bricks on top, and a little pyramid, and then the last plate underneath. That's looking the same. And this is going to go at the front down here. So it looks like it's going to go on the end of this one. Yeah, okay. Now I've got 1 pink brick. It's going to go in and lock that piece in. 2x2 brick. Now we've got a 2x2 black brick. Got this is another not a super common piece, which is like a half or a semicircle cylinder. 1x2 brick, modified brick. So we've got 2 of those. I'm going to put this black brick half on the pink, and then with these facing outwards, I'm going to go that way around. Okay. Now we've got a couple of inverted slopes. We've got 4 pieces, the inverted slopes and the 2x1 bricks. We've got 4 of those, the modified bricks with the studs on the side as well. So it looks like we do this 4 times. We attach it to the top of the inverted slope. Now we need to add them all in there. Looks like we might be making the W, the inside of the W. And at the back. Okay. Next is 2 of these 1x6 plates. Just go over the top to lock those in. Then the other 6 remaining inverted slopes are going to make the outsides of the W, and it makes it solid, having 4 of them along here. Oops, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the base of the W. And looks like I've got 1 spare piece out of that. Right, let's do bag number 5. Okay, first up is 4 slopes, 3x2s. Where are the other ones? There's 1, there's 1. And we need 1 more. Can be a little bit hard to spot because they do look like bricks from different angles. Where is it? I am not seeing it. Right in front of me? Oh, it is right over on the side, just behind the light for me. Okay, so this looks like it's the A. Outside of the A, you're going to get it around the right way for the angle. Around the back. Then we need 1 of these black opaque window panes and 2 of those kind of like that would look like a T bracket. It's this way around. Now, same as the other one, we want the window pane that's going in first, facing that way. Then we want to have 2 of these, so it looks like it's this way around. So this side, the studs are facing me, and that side, the studs are facing away. And then we get the same 2x2 black plates. We put 1 on one side, 1 on the other. Next up, a couple of 2x1 bricks and a grey 2x3 brick. So the grey brick goes next to what we just added, and then these go on the outside. Next up, we've got a couple of 1x1 plates, yellow, and a couple of those modified bricks, 2x1s with the studs on the side. Plates going there. I think this is, yeah, this will be the R, just like we did the R down this one, these sort of sides here. So those fit into those bits, those gaps that we left. The studs facing that way. We've got one of these other window panes, the black opaque window panes. And that is going up here on the grey brick facing that way. Now we're going to do those same things again. 2 of the 1x1 plates, 2 of the 2x1 modified bricks, but this time it goes on the top so that we get that side brick, side stud alignment correct when we add the tile down here. Yep. Next, just a couple of 2x4 bricks to lock those back of that in, fill that in for the letter R. Then another 2x4 brick in yellow and a 1x4. Go over the top of them, locking those in. Nice reinforcement. Next, we've got some tiles, a 2x4 tile and a couple of 1x1 tiles. So the 2x4, locking that in. Let's go the edge. And then next we've got a couple of the 1x4 grooved bricks, modified bricks, and one of the modified 1x2 curved bricks. So we can see the reference red brick, then it's this one. And these ones with it facing outwards go from the pink to the brown, like that. Now we've got a 2x2 black brick and 2x1 green brick. The green brick goes on top of the red. 2x2 here. Next up we've got 2 1x1 plates and 2x1 bricks, modified bricks. Where are they? Not seeing them. There's one. And the other one is, no, not there. Here it is, hidden amongst those ones. Okay, we're putting the plates on top and putting them beside the green locator brick. Go. The studs facing outwards. Now we've got 2 corner plates, 2x2 corner plates, and the pink 1x2. Pink goes at the back here, and the corner plates lock in around those pieces we just added. Just straighten up the plate underneath there. Go. Okay, now we've got a sub build like we did in the last one. So let's just put that to one side. I'll just move it up there. Okay, first up, I've got a 1x4 brick and 1 of the brackets. And then we're going to have 3 more of the brackets. Don't know why they split that up into 2 steps. Go along here. And a couple of slopes, 2x2 slopes. It's 1. And the other is hiding. There it is. Usually when it's hard to find, it means it's upside down, especially with slopes. And then we've got the other slope, same thing here, like this one here looks like a block, but because it's on a 45-degree angle, you can tell it's got the slope there. Because obviously normal brick wouldn't sit on that kind of an angle. That's that piece. Then we need another sub-build. So we've got a couple of 1x1 plates, a couple of 1x4 plates, 4 slope pieces, and 2 blue pieces there with the claw. So grab a plate, put those in the middle, and then the single ones at the ends. Just line them up so that they're straight. The other plate on top. And then the slopes, but the slopes are going that way, down the back effectively. Okay, and now that one goes this way round onto the back of those studs. But we've got these little clips here. So if we come back to the main piece with the green and red, we've got the clips, you can see at the end here, and then the studs. So it's going to go that way round, both clipping in and going into the studs, if I can line it up properly. That doesn't look like it's lining up to me, so I've done something wrong there. You just check what I just built. That looks right. I think I've gone wrong here somewhere. Because that's definitely not lining up. Oh, it's the studs. I've got the studs facing out. I got them. If I go back to this page where we added them on, the studs are facing the other way. Didn't notice that. I'll just take that top bit off. Okay, let me just turn that around. Turn that around, so there you go. It's important to pay attention to those details. Okay, so now we've just got the middle column and the clip, so they should all line up. And they do. That's better. Okay, back on track. Next up, this is a 3x1 brick, black, and a couple of the modified black 1x2 bricks. So behind the pink one here, going that way, and putting that in there. Then a couple of those angle pieces. Again, this one studs towards me, this one studs away from me. Probably going to be getting two black 2x2 pieces, yes, plates, on either side. And then sub-build with a couple of 1x1 bricks, 1x2 slope, need two of those, 1x2 smooth slope, and then a couple of brackets. 1, 2, there we go. So brick, got to do this twice. Brick on the bracket, slope on top, slope underneath, brick on bracket, slope on top, slope underneath. Now these ones are going this way around. Yep. So we've got those studs on the top there. Okay, next up, 2x2 black plates and the 2x2 cylinder brick. These are going, putting one on top, one on bottom. And that's going on to the pink and the yellow there. Now we're doing a sub build again. Let's do that. So we've got a 2x4 brick and a 1x4 plate. Now 2x4 plate, and we need one 1x4 brick, 2x4 plate, 1x4 brick, two 2x4s, and a 1x4. It's going at the back. That's going next to it, next to it. Then a 2x4 plate and two 1x1 yellow tile pieces, and a 2x4 tile. That's going at the back, then the plate, then the two tiles. A couple of slopes, yellow, going on the front. Okay, now that piece is going down here, it looks like the S, the end of the S, but it's going this way around. Clicking in, yeah, so that's the S there, we can see coming together. Okay, next, another sub piece here. So we've got a 1x2 brick and a 2x4 yellow plate, 2x4 brick and a couple of 1x2 yellow bricks going around the edge, brick in the middle, 1x4 plate, a pink 1x2 plate, and a black 1x2 modified plate. So I've got the back one first, then the yellow, then the pink. Just making sure that's the same. Yep, that looks good. Back the right way up. We've got a couple of these, haven't had them in this build before, a couple of these grill kind of tiles, 1x2 yellow. We need a couple of bracket pieces and a couple of 1x2 bricks. I'll do this twice, so brick on bracket and then the grill front, brick on bracket, grill on front. And these, having it round, you can see the pink piece peeping out there, so these are just going on the front like that. It's looking right. Next, couple of corner plates, 2x2 corner plates, and one black modified 1x2 brick. The brick is going here. Corner pieces are going this way around. Yep. 1x4 brick and the two bridge pieces, the 1x3 bridge brick modified brick pieces, going over the arch, brick at the back. 1x4 plate, 1x2 pink plate, and two brackets in yellow. Yellow onto pink, bracket and bracket. And that's going at the front there, above the grills. Two 2x4 yellow plates and a 1x4 yellow plate. Okay, so we're just covering up this bit now. And we need two of these black cheese wedge, 1x2 cheese wedges, one going that way and the other one going the other way. Then a couple of 1x2 bricks, a couple of 1x1 plates, 1x1 tiles, and two of these slopes. Got to do this twice. Slope on the brick, plate on the brick, tile on the plate. Slope on the brick, plate on brick, tile on plate. And now this way is the right way round. It's going back in that edge like that. And we've got a couple of 1x1 bricks, and I feel like we missed out a 2x6. Yeah, there, we missed that bit out. That should have gone in here, locking that in earlier. Okay, I'll come back to where we were. So we need two bricks, two slopes, spare piece. So brick on slope, and that's just completing that arch. And that's for the other side. There we go. And now we turn it on its side and it slots in here. Oh, we can see that slots in nicely. So that goes down to clip into those upside down pieces. There we go. No locking piece for the top for that one, like we had on the other one. Okay, that is it for bag 5. Let's do bag 6. This is the last bag. First up, we've got a 2x4 brick. We've got a 2x2 cylinder brick and a pink 2x2 brick. So where are these going to go? Pink brick. Looks like it's up against that one. Then the 2x4, then the cylinder. Now we've got a couple of the grooved 1x4 black modified bricks, and we need a 2x2 plate and a 1x2 pink plate. So it looks like these bricks are at the back, groove facing outwards, then the 2x2 plate, then the 1x2 plate. Now we've got a couple of the modified 1x2 black curved bricks and one of the 2x2 black cylinders, bricks at the top, and then the cylinder. Now we've got 4 1x2 plates we need. 2, 3, and 4. And we need 4 of the brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 of the 1x2 cheese wedges. There we go. So we're going to make this 4 times. So bracket, plate, cheese wedge facing downwards, bracket, plate, cheese wedge, bracket, plate, cheese wedge, and bracket, plate, cheese wedge. Now these are the A, the inside of the A. Clip those in. Okay, that's looking good. Next up, 2 2x4 yellow plates, 2 1x4 yellow plates, a 2x4 brick, and a 1x4 brick. Take the 1x4, put it on a 2x4 plate, take the other brick, take the other plate, and then we're just locking it in with that zigzag pattern, just making a larger brick, and then that one goes on top of the A. Some black bricks, 2 of the grooved 1x4 bricks again, and they're going to go on top of a 2x4 black brick. That's going to go on top there. Okay, 4 of the slopes, not inverted, so you can see the difference here between the normal slope and the inverted slope. So we don't want the inverted, we want the normal ones. It's inverted, inverted, normal, normal. There we go. Get 4 of the normal ones for the A. Okay. Next up, we need 2x2 plate, 1x6 plate. We need 2 1x3 tiles and 2 of the corner 2x2 tiles and 1 of the 1x2 pink plates. So we're at the top of the A. Looks like there is corner tiles that way round. 2x2 plate goes there. Pink one goes in behind. Black goes behind that, locking those together, and then that's the top of the A finished off for now. Next, we go to next page. Okay, we've got a couple of 1x8 tiles going on the back. It's the back of the R here. A little bit fiddly to get my fingers in there. Right angle, there we go, that's one side. The other side. Probably would have been better to do that before doing the A. And next up we need 4 1x3 tiles. 2 of the 4x4 modified plates with a hole in the middle, 2 2x4 bricks in yellow, and 2 of the 1x4 bricks. So build this first. Brick on plate. These 2 bricks coming out. The other plate. The other brick. And then some tiles locking them together. And that makes the middle of the W locks into place. Next up, we've got 4 of these 2x1 bricks, modified bricks with the studs on the side. 4 of those guys. 2x4 yellow plate. 4 1x2 cheese wedges. And 4 1x2 plates. Okay, take the 2x4 and we're going to put these all with the studs facing outwards. Then the plates on the sides. And then the wedges facing that way around. This is probably for the W, I imagine. I think it's the last letter we're working on. That way around, yep. And now that goes on top there. Let's push this together a little bit. So that's clicking nicely into place for the middle of the W. And we're just finishing off the W now. So we've got a couple of 2x2 black bricks. 4 2x4 yellow plates. A couple of blue angle brackets here. 2 of the 1x2 black plates modified, and 4 more of the cheese wedges. 1x2 cheese wedges. Okay, stick 2 plates together. Got a blue bracket and a black plate in front of it. A couple of cheese wedges. Oh, we're doing this twice. And then the black brick on top. So it was 2 plates together, blue bracket, black plate, cheese wedge, and black brick. And these are going to be the blue facing outwards and the black that we're going that way. Yeah, it's just clicking into place that way around and that way. Oh, put it upside down. That way. There we go. And we've got 6 of the inverted slopes. 3x1 yellow for the outside of the W. You can see we need to do 4 here. The front. And then this last W there. Now we've got 2 pink 1x2 plates and 4 yellow 2x2 corners. It's all for the top here. So the pink pieces go here, reference, and then yellow around it. And these ones, because this is the bottom word, it's not all studs, it's mostly studs. So we only need to attach, it's going to attach obviously to the bottom of the word star. And that's part of what we're just about to make now, this attachment place or attachment points. So we need a 1x6 plate and 2 of the 1x2 black plates. That's going to go on top here. So we're going to go from the first pink one along, and then we're going to put those ones on the side. So we're going to have a bit of a spacer, bit of a gap between the 2 words, just 1 plate gap. And then we're going to go along the rest of it. So we've got a 1x10, 2x10 plate, 1x6 plate, 3 2x4 tiles, 1 2x2 plate, and 2 of the 1x2 plates. Okay, so here we've got tile, then we've got the 1x6, locking that in, then we've got a tile, got the 2x6, we've got the 2x10, we've got another tile here. Oh yes, we do have enough. And then the 2x4 or 2x2, and then these guys go on the side. There we go. So we can see it's perfectly just 1 brick away. That's looking good. I think we may be at the end. Now it is time to attach these 2 together. So let's have a look. It's the word star from earlier, bags 1 through 3. And here is the word wars. Now we see if they do in fact click together nicely, and they do. So there we go, completed.